Good day, everybody. Rob here at WesternPacificWeather.com, and it's currently the 24th of January 2011. Watching Tropical Cyclone Anthony out there today, much weaker than originally anticipated to be at this time because it's kind of drifted off towards the southeast a little bit farther than originally forecasted here. Some of the models still picking on up on it, drifting back towards the west here, but the way it's looking right now, very bleak for the overall system here. Much of it is getting sheared off towards the southeast, so associated with an upper level trough down in this region. I'll show you some of the wind shear maps actually here in just a moment. But also later on in the update, I'm going to have some more weather on the northwest pack as well. Some strong northerly winds associated with some cooler temperatures up there as well. But let's actually zoom in on Tropical Cyclone Anthony here, talk a little more about this system. Current winds are at right around 40, gusting up to 50 knots right in here. Actually, you can see a little flare up of convection here in the last frames in here as this starts off towards the southeast, but that flare up of convection is really almost stationary right in here. Actually, you look right in this region, and the overall wind shear is actually drifting off towards the southeast, and that's why it's giving you the impression it's really kind of shooting off very quickly here. But we still have this high pressure ridging in towards the south here. It's kind of hold this system in place right in this region. But as of right now, though, some of the models are in disagreement. A lot of them are taking them back towards the west here. Even GFS in particular is rebuilding the system as it drifts back towards the west. No gaps, and a few other of the models kind of just let it stationary and weaken and basically fizzle out here right along this region just the east of the reef here. I'm actually kind of going a little more on what that is, that analysis at this time, and that's kind of what JTWC is showing here as well. Basically on the 25th into the 27th, this storm just kind of fizzling out right in this region around 18 south to 20 south, west New Caledonia and east of Queensland. So really good news if this does occur. Bureau of Meteorology kind of taking it right around here and having it fizzle out basically around just off the west coast of New Caledonia as well. But the good thing is that all the agencies are agreeing on this system not becoming extratropical and not swinging back towards Queensland. As different from my last update, it was actually thinking about it swinging back towards Queensland, but doesn't look like that's really going to happen now per that wind shear and also the overall less steering flow swinging that storm back towards the west or the east coast here. And actually showing you no gaps right in here, having a much weaker than it is in the last or the previous frames. And then even if we scroll down in here, you kind of see the overall wind field decreasing and only having slight precipitation as it possibly still can make landfall near Brisbane, but or just south of Townsville here, but not looking at its cyclone strength at that time. If it does swing back towards the west here and make landfall, it'd only be basically a convection of a precipitation, nothing more than a monsoonal rains in that area. And last, I did want to show this vertical wind shear map showing this upper level trough towards the south here, about 80 knots of wind shear just off of New Zealand here. But this trough is extending up much farther north than originally anticipated, actually expecting this high pressure to be ridging in at this time where you see all this 5 to 10 knots of wind shear. Well, that trough a little stronger, and then actually you can see where the cyclone is right in here, showing about 30 to 40 knots of wind shear, and that was what is causing this elongation of the upper levels of the system down towards the southeast and basically the overall weakening of it. There is a very, very low chance if this trough does move off, the system could redevelop. Very, very low, very weak. None of the models are really picking up on the system developing back into a cyclone, but that possibility is there, so you don't want to discount it at this time. And that is the end of my update in the South Pack, though. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, just let me know here. But now we're going to move on to the northwestern Pacific here, having a mass amount of precipitation in the South China Sea, all the way down towards Mindanao, right in this region. All monsoonal at this time. Looking at light rain actually in Manila right now. Just light rain, basically afternoon rain showers, all associated with the monsoonal trough right through here. And basically are still seeing a gale warning as of 5 a.m. today. Nothing new there. Along the east coast of Luzon, all associated with the northeast monsoon as well. So if you're out here fishing or anything, I'm sure I don't really have too many viewers along the east coast that go fishing, but if you do have the plans, just be aware of that. Some high surf out in that region. Farther up towards the north, though, having an area of low pressure developing off of Japan here as an upper level trough moves through the region. Actually, you see a little spin of an area of low pressure off of Sapporo right up in this region, just in the northern sea of Japan as well. That's kind of feeding some moisture into this region right in here, and overall that upper level trough associated with it kind of developing it up. But the big main weather pattern right now, though, continues to be the Siberian high over here in Siberia, bringing much cooler and colder temperatures across Korea, Japan, all the way down towards Taiwan. You can see these northerly winds associated with these cloud lines right in here. And showing you now with the JMA analysis, notice you do have that northerly wind around this area of high pressure out here towards the west, and that low pressure just off of Japan. And then you have the easterly winds, which is creating that easterly monsoonal winds and rain here in the Philippines. But that's all I got for today, everybody. Not really too much going on here in the northwest back. But as usual, and just the same thing with Tropical Cyclone Anthony, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can email me here at westernpacificweather.com or post them into the comment box towards the right. And last, I do want to note, if you are watching this, I am not an official meteorologist representative for any certain area or anything. If you are in Australia and looking for some official warnings, please check the Bureau of Meteorology there as well. But hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe out there, and I'll have another update later.